Question number 21. In this question, we are given 4 choices for 4 different saving account plans, and we are told which of these 4 saving account plans yields exponential growth. Well, to be able to solve this question, we need to know the difference between linear growth versus an exponential growth clearly. And the way to see that is to be clear about what is increasing by the same amount versus the same factor. Well, let's illustrate it. For instance, we start at time 0, this is our saving, we start with $100. Now next year, a year passes. If I am just adding $10, I end up with 110. No? Now comes year 2, I add $10 again to my account. I end up with 120. Now next year, I add 10 again. I end up with $130 in the account. So note, each successive year, not always the time has to be the same amount each year. No? Each successive year, I'm adding the same amount. What is that amount? $10 of increase each year. So if this is the story that's taking place, this is linear growth. But contrast it with an alternative story. No? Again, this is my time, this is my saving. I again start at time 0 with $100. But now, instead of adding $10 to the account, well, the account adds 10% of what's available in the account. So 100 times 10%, well, that's going to be 1.1, no? Times 1 is what is I have in the account, and 0.1 times 100 is the interest, no? 100 times 1.1, we get with 110. Come year 2, I get 110, I multiply it by 1.1, again a 10% increase of what I have in the account, the current amount, no? So at the end of the second year, I'm going to end up with 121. Same story, next year, the third year, we have the current value in the account 121, so we give 1.1 times that amount by the end of the third year, so multiply it, 133. So what is the difference? Let's look at it. From year 0 to 1, here I have just an increase of 10. From year 1 to 2, increase of $11. From year 2 to 3, increase of $12. So note the amount is increasing in different manner, no? In the linear growth, it was always just 10, 10, 10. Now this is 10, 11, 12. No? The amount is changing in a positive way, no? The amount is increasing itself. So what remains the same? Well, the factor remains the same. What does that exactly mean? This, no? 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. Each year, I am, to calculate the interest, I'm looking at the current account was available as money, no, from the previous year in the account, and I multiply it by 1.1, and that's what I get at the end of the next year. So there is 100 in the account. Now next year is year 1. At the end of year 1, I multiply 100 by 1.1, I get 110. In year 2, at the start, I have $110 coming from the previous year, no? I multiply it by 1.1 and I end up with 121 at the end of the second year in my account. Similarly, in year 3, I started with my current account balance 121. By the end of the year, I end up with 133 because 121 is multiplied by 1.1. So what remains the same in this account is the factor, how much I'm multiplying it by each year. So this is a story of exponential growth. Now we are going to look each one of these choices and try to see whether they fit this story of linear growth or this story of exponential growth. Let's look at A. A says each successive year 2% of initial saving is added. 2% of initial saving, let's say initial saving is 100, 2% of that would be $2 each year. No, $2, $2, $2. Each year I'm adding the same amount. So clearly this is linear growth. Let's look at B. Now we are just changing the amount. No, it's the same story. Each successive year 1.5% of initial saving and 100 is added to the account. So 1.5% of, let's say, initial saving is $100. Again, that would be $1.5 times plus 100. That would be 101.5. Now, each year we are adding now $101.5 to the account. Always the same amount. So which story is this? Well, this is also linear. Almost the same story like as in A. Let's look at D. D is each successive year we are just adding $100. Well, this is like my $10 story. No, instead of 10, I'm just adding $100 each year. So this is also clearly linear growth story. What about C? C, each successive year, I'm adding 1% of the current value to the account. Here we were adding 10%. This is now in C, it is much smaller, 1%. But this is like a multiplication by 1.01. This is 1%. No, this is my amount. This is my 1% addition. Always 1% added to the value, current value in the account. And that's exactly what C says. No, each successive year 1% of the current value is added to the value of the account. So again, this is simply what we did for the exponential growth for 10%. No, so this story is the same here, only the added rate is much smaller at a rate of 1%. So our choice is C, and we're done.